Hey y'all, this is RedNeck Biker 109. Today I'm going to do another Farkle course. It's going to be the KLRDASH from a KLR650. You can buy these at KLRDASH.com. That's not where I got mine. I got mine from a new friend on who's local and also on KLR650.net, and his name's Zero Cool on the forums if you see him. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a 2012 Kawasaki KLR and this is a zero gravity sport touring windscreen. It's the tallest of the windscreens, and even though its wind protection is really good, I saw somebody else do a video and they talked about the KLRDASH, and it was kind of a half-assed review of it. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my bike. I'm really looking forward to the install. I don't have any instructions, so I'll have to kind of just muddle through it, but I don't suspect it'll be too hard. And I'll just kind of walk you through the process and show you what all comes with the kit. And of course now I'm in my new garage, so that's what I've been doing instead of out riding. I had knee surgery as well, so I hadn't been able to do any riding. But I redid my floor in my garage, and then repainted the garage so it's all nice and pretty. The lighting is next. I do have some new under shelving lighting that looks pretty good, so this should be a little bit better than the last vlog. So this first part here is to basically just replace a stock windshield. It sits there in lieu of a cut down stock windshield. You can also go that route too. I don't know if you can buy this part separately. I did communicate somewhat with someone on KLR650, or pardon me, KLRDASH, to see if you could buy these parts separately. And basically, he recommended that you buy the whole kit so you have all the pieces. So this would go in place of your stock dash if you're still using that. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I'll explain these tabs when we get to it. Of course, it comes with all the pieces and parts. Basically, this kit that I got from Zero Cool, it was new in the box. He just didn't install it on his bike, or had another one, I believe is what happened. So, and this is the dash piece that comes in it, so it extends your dash up a little bit, and it screws right in place, so it's not too hard. So these long bolts here replace what's in the stock dash. Allen head, spacers, and when I get to showing where you install it, you'll see it's pretty self-explanatory. But big long spacers, then your long Allen head bolts, and then of course what your windshield will attach to. This attaches to the upper part of the windshield. And this attaches to the lower fairing port like this on your motorcycle, and then this hole allows your adjustability. I suppose, that's as high as it'll go, but I guess you could, of course it'll adjust all the way down. So that's basically what you can do. I'm going to put it on the highest setting and go from there. So I'm going to do disassembly. I won't bore you with that. I'm sure you all can disassemble your bikes. If you need me to film that, just let me know. Just leave some comments below, and I'll do that for you. That's pretty easy. There's just a couple of 4 or 6 screws and 2 bolts, so that's all there is to it. So when we get to the install part, I'll be right back to you. So with the kit, you don't have to do any drilling. You don't have to do anything to it. It comes ready to go in a box. All you'll need is a 5mm Allen key, a 4mm Allen key, a 10mm box wrench, and a screwdriver. And that's all you need. And that's, like I said, you don't have to do any drilling or anything like that. So here we are with I took the stock windscreen off in favor of the zero gravity a long time ago, but here's what it looks like with this windscreen off. You can see, of course, down into the back there. You might want to give that a good little inspection while you've got it all apart. Just make sure there's nothing loose going on back there, or you see any obvious signs of, you know, wire rubbing or anything like that. One thing I'm not real sure about are these little wings, these little bat wings here. I guess we'll have to see what that looks like when I put the kit in there. I know for sure that, you know, I don't want to have to cut anything off. I don't know what others have done, so I'm going to leave it as it is, just like that for now, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, this supply piece here that I showed you earlier just slides right down in there. I mean, literally, that's it. It's cut out. It's got those little, rubberized well nut screws or bolts or whatever you want to call them. The screws go into, and this cutout, that cutout right there that you can see, that shape coincides with the rubber grommets or stops that are on the inside of the screen. So you're just going to slide that right down in there, and those holes line right up. I don't know if I can do this one handed or not, but I mean, that's it. That's how easy it is. It's just in place, and that's it. And then you take your take the same screws that you took out of here, and go right back in there, and then that's secured. And they just feed right in. And so that's what it looks like. That's what your dash will look like. So there's not some big gaping hole that you can look down and see all your, you know, your electronics. And that's all there is to it. You just put it right down in there. Of course, you know, I had to clean it like 3 times before I put it in there. And you have to, of course, adjust it just a little bit, but you get the idea, and then it just fits right, the screw's fitting right down in there, and you're good to go. So what you can see I did is I just went ahead and installed this piece. I just went ahead and put it all the way in just to make sure it fit properly, and I left the 2 screws in it. But what I'm going to do next is install the lowers, and the lowers come marked, and this one says brake side lower installed directly to fairing. So it goes right here where this screw I just put in goes, if you can see that there, and that installs just like so. And then there's another one on the other side. Again, and it says clutch side lower installed directly to fairing. So there that goes, just like that. And I can see now where, like, you can see this part here is rounded, and that's pointy. And so maybe after I get this installed and I'm comfortable with it, I may shave this point off. And it's just plastic, so I could probably Dremel that off pretty easily. But I don't know. I'm going to see what it looks like first, and that's what you do next. And so I'll show you once that's installed. And it's, again, there's really no point in me showing me actually doing it. It's just unscrewing this, putting this one on, and then there's some short screws that come with it, and they have some nylon threaded nuts, and those just all go there. So okay, so the next thing you do after you get all that stuff set is you install the top pieces or the side pieces on your actual windshield, whatever windshield it is that you're using. Since I'm kind of anal about stuff, I'll make sure we get these. I'm not a big fingerprint person, so we get the fingerprints off this. And then also, like, I really haven't decided what I'm going to do about this part of the windshield, whether or not I'm going to Dremel that off or leave it. I'm going to leave it for now. just in case I don't like the dash. But I can't imagine why I wouldn't. I've just done a little, quite a bit of research on it, and I've seen bikes with it on there, and I think it looks pretty good. So next thing you do is just attach these. This goes here with those screws provided, and just fasten it on there with the well nuts. And then, like, if you can see, you want to make sure these well nuts are really good. These are the stock well nuts that came on the bike. And you just want to make sure they're in good shape. You don't want to waste all your time putting all this together and have one of those well nuts fail. So clean your windshield, of course, really good. And then you put these side pieces on with the, like I said, with the supplied screws. And the next step will be putting in the upper dash. So stand by, we'll get to that here in just a second. Okay, so here it is with it installed, the little side pieces on the windshield. One thing I will say, and it looks pretty good, it fits together good, it doesn't look like the metal rubs the windshield at all, which is good because that would drive me batty. I like the way that the well nuts fit through the windshield so that they cushion this bracket on the acrylic or whatever this is made of. One thing I will say that sucks with the stock or the provided nuts for the kit is these are just my well nuts on here are just a slightly different size, so I guess, and the thread size is just a little off, maybe. I don't know. I know there's an option on KLRDASH to order well nuts. You might just, if your stock ones are shit, you might just want to go ahead and order some from them. So then I hate to assume, I would presume that they would match this particular thread size, because they didn't. It just didn't get tight. Didn't get tight enough. So what I did was I used the stock screws with the stock well nuts, and it works perfectly. It's tight. So that setup is perfect. And one of the other things that kind of bothers me too, and this is just me, is you have, like in my case, my bike is black and gray, so you have all this black, the black nuts or black Allen head screws and all that other stuff, and then they send you these white things, these chrome, polished aluminum, whatever they are. Plastic line, threaded nylon nuts or whatever in this. So then that's the contrast you have. I don't like that. If it were me and I were going to supply stuff, the color would be consistent, but that's just the way I see it. I mean, you guys may not care, or they may not be visible enough for you to care. I do care. And the same thing with this spacer. I thought this spacer, I would want that black too, but you're not going to really be able to see them, so I'm not too messed up about that. And maybe I won't see these, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being whiny, but I would want everything to match. That's just me. So, but this fits together really well. And like I said, there's no vibration in there so far, and then we'll get it on the bike and see what it looks like. So next step will be I'm going to put in the this part of the dash. It's a little upper dash. It also comes out. I'll have to clean that too, but that'll be next. Okay, so when you're putting the upper dash, which is right here, in, you're going to have your long lag bolt, your long Allen head bolt, which looks like this. I hope you can see that against the garage door. And then you're going to have your spacer, which looks like this. I was a little bit concerned about the color, which I'll talk about later. but it's not going to matter because you can't see it. It's down in this hole in the well or whatever. When you're putting this bolt in, don't tighten this up too much because you still have to move this and manipulate this side enough to be able to get this spacer and the lag bolt through and a washer so that you can then turn that in as well. So there are some tabs on the windshield part that you got to bend. Just bend those back and get them out of your way. You can secure those here in just a second with the short screws. And so that's how you handle that part. And it's really, really simple. I don't know if you can see down in there, but that's how what that's going to look like behind your upper dash. So, and of course, you know, I keep all the fingerprints off everything with my Gorilla Grip gloves. Man, I love these things. I got about 4 or 5 pairs of them. I actually ride with these on too. They're great to ride with, great dexterity. You know, they're just, like I said, they're awesome. Home Depot has them. That's the only place I've been able to find them. They're called Gorilla Grip, so they're awesome. And that's that part. That's all you need to do. Just get both sides in and tighten it down a little bit and adjust the tabs in the back. Okay, here's the upper dash install. So it's all there. It's all good. This one goes in. This one goes in. They went in nice and tight. And this is really sturdy. I didn't think these little flimsy tabs in the back would make much of a difference, but clearly this is pretty well thought out. So it's a really, really good design. I'm really happy with the way it fits. It is secure. I think this is going to bug me though. Like these, I wish these were black. And I guess I'll see. And I don't know why. Maybe they don't come in black. I don't know. I talked a little bit about that earlier, but I don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, being whiny. But like I said, who knows? But like I said, this is really, really secure. The next part is just to put in the windshield for adjustability, and it's all set. Just got 4 more little screws to do, and it'll be all done. So there's what it's looking like at kind of the final stages. I guess I need to take those stickers off. Here it is fully assembled. I put it on its highest setting. Let me zoom out just, or not zoom out, but just move backwards a little bit, and you can see, you know, how much more forward that is, how much more upright that is. These points probably are going to have to go. I can see those being a problem, and I'll just get a Dremel and Dremel those off. That's how it looks from the front, and it's pretty upright. Looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here yet. I'll probably that's what, you know, that's the front of a sport touring windshield. So I don't know. I may leave that on there for a couple days and just see what it looks like. Of course, the stickers will come off here in a minute. I do have an issue with these screws being silver. I don't like that at all. At bare minimum, I'm going to take them off and spray paint them. And hopefully the spray paint won't come off when during reassembly. I don't like that at all, but that's just me. You may feel differently about it. So that's it. That's the whole KLR-Dash install. Yeah, pretty good. I guess you could hide some stuff down in there if you wanted to. Put a hat down in there, a little beanie or something. Looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm really, really happy with it, and we'll see what it rides like tomorrow. I'll get it out on the road and do a road test, and we'll see what the wind noise is like, or the difference. We'll be able to compare, you know, microphone noise to like a before and after. So it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. Thanks again to KLR-Dash. It's a pretty good product. Other than the few little things I see, it's awesome. And of course, to Zero Cool at KLR650.net. Great great stuff. So thank y'all. See y'all next time.